of the tunnel. Keep your eyes on the road ahead. But if you're feeling lost in the night, it's okay to cry, just as long as you hold your head, 'cause we're on our way to better.
What was your first impression of the class?
I thought everyone was very high-strung, very A-type personalities, so I was a little intimidated. I just had a little bit of that imposter syndrome where I was like, oh man, am I smart enough to be here? You know, I was a little nervous, but then once you get to know everyone, then you know everyone, we're all in this boat together. It was exciting to get to know everyone.
Well, the first person I saw was Laura, and I was like, man, she's buff. And then I find out she's a mountain biker, so I found a new mountain bike buddy, so that was cool.
My first impression when I saw everyone the first day was it seemed like we were a very diverse group of people. Everyone seemed really nice, very smart, and fun.
First impression of the class, I don't know. I don't have an answer for this one. I don't really know.
So my first impression of the class, I remember going in the first day of school being pretty nervous, not knowing what to expect, and I remember we all had this circle. We made this circle and we were asked to like introduce ourselves and say something, I guess, quirky or do something quirky. And I remember Justin, one of our classmates, he was like walking on his back or something, and it was hilarious. And it kind of just made me feel relaxed. I was like, okay, some of these people are down to earth, and you know, I happen to make some relationships that will last a lifetime. So I love the class.
My first impression of the class, first I remember being really excited that we made it to this point, so I'm sure everyone was very happy to be there and also nervous to meet everyone. But I noticed everyone had a really good sense of humor, which I knew was going to be the case because I love nurses because how great their sense of humor is. And that definitely was the case.
Patients going down, doobie-doo, down, down. Patients going down, doobie-doo, down, down. Patients going down, doobie-doo, down, down. Waking up is hard to do. Don't take my due.
My most memorable, I have to say the team bonding at the Grayson Center. That was pretty cool. Being able to see everybody out there working as a team, it was great to see.
Moments that stood out would be, for me, just I enjoyed the times where we got to do something with our hands, like in a simulation lab, or learning how to do epidurals or spinals, or learning how to do nerve blocks with Dr. Molina. Those are the memorable moments to me so far.
Probably the most memorable moment was when we had the team building activity at the Grayson Center. I think that was the time where we were all just able to relax and have fun with each other.
My favorite memories, I have two of them. First one was simulation lab. I thought it was really fun, like working together in the lab and getting a hands-on experience, using that knowledge we learned in class and translating it to the skills lab. And then my other favorite memory was during anatomy. We had the practical exams in the lab, and we had to get the twin stations for 3 minutes. So we'd answer our questions, and then we'd all like nervously be looking at each other, like waiting to go to the next station. And that was a lot of fun. It lightened the mood a lot.
So I think my favorite memory is when we did intramurals and we were playing basketball together, and it just really was a moment where we all were just having fun. No school in our we weren't thinking about school or anything. We were just all working together, trying to reach this one goal of winning, which we never did. But it was all good, it was all fun, and we were all happy. It really made us as a group, I guess, like each other more. So that was my favorite moment.
So my favorite memory of the program, I've had tons, but what really stands out to my mind is the intramurals games. We had a basketball and volleyball intramurals team, and you know, it's really interesting when we play sports. You know, you're on a team, and so even people you're not really necessarily close to, they're encouraging them, supporting them, high-fiving them, growing closer, building those relationships, and it was really cool. It was really cool to get that close to certain people that I normally wouldn't have if it wasn't for the support system. We never won one game, but it was fun.
I think my biggest support has been definitely my husband, who's pretty much become overnight a single dad, taking care of the baby, and my family, my in-laws, who have given me like very unlimited amount of babysitting, which I'm very grateful for. So definitely my family.
My biggest support is my mom. She has been there for me since day one. I can go on about how great she's been, but she'll always ask me, did you eat? Did you eat? So, hi Mom, I'm eating, love you.
Had lots of support, but my wife, Whitney, has definitely been my number one support. She's always there whenever I come home with a smile and positive and helpful, and she rocks with the kids, and yeah, she's a huge support.
So Grayson's right there saying that it's him. I would say my biggest support would be my family, including my dad, my aunt, which is where I'm living right now, one of them, and then my other aunt, which is the one that actually encouraged me to go into nursing, and now I'm here. So thank you, love you guys.
So the biggest support in the program by far has been my wife. We had the opportunity to get married in the middle of the program, and she's just, words can't describe how much of a support she's been. She's kind of literally carried me some of the most difficult days. My parents, my family members, my friends, even my classmates just encouraged me. I wouldn't have gotten here, and the faculty members too. I wouldn't have gotten here if it wasn't for the community behind me and God just leading the way.
I think my biggest supporter will have to be my family and my fiance. I can say my family's always there for me, supporting me, helping me with meals, and then my fiance just always being there for me.
For me, hands down, number one support is my husband, Jay. About him picking up everything with the kids and telling me to go do what I have to do whenever I need to do it, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So thank you, babe. And thank you to my kids for being so flexible and awesome, understanding, and to my parents for always helping out wherever they can.
I have to say my biggest support is my husband, Caesar. He's been the biggest support for me. I couldn't have done it without him. And yeah, that's why we're here.
I encourage you to be empathetic, to be kind, compassionate, and understanding to others, because you would like others to be empathetic, kind, compassionate, and understanding to you.
Never pass up opportunities to learn and grow, especially now that you're in the clinical phase. There will always be opportunities to learn. Don't pass those opportunities up. It will make you a stronger practitioner. And reflect often on the life experiences that have gotten you where you are today. And lastly, keep God close. That's so important. Keep Him close to you, seeking His guidance each and every day.
Okay, so I think the best thing I can say is at graduation, you know you've done well after graduation. You walk up to Dr. Jones and you're like, Dr. Jones, and she's like, what's your name again? That means you did well. So whatever you're doing that doesn't hit the radar, keep doing that. I'd also say that there's a lot of people that have gone before you that have done this, and they've all lived. And it's a process that you'll never be the same again for the rest of your life. You'll never be the same person who you are from today till the very end. There's something about anesthesia training that just changes you, and I think it changes you for the good. If you weren't powerful before, you'll figure out where you're most powerful, and it will be beautiful. And also there are a lot of people behind you who are supporting you and pushing you to keep going and stay in this. So rely on them and rely on God. That's really, that's everything that matters in this world.